Hey guys, Minus here. Right now, today, I'm doing a review of my knockoff Replica Leopold RDS. I got some requests about how I liked it, if it was worth it. Cost me about 45 bucks Canadian compared to the real one, which is about 1,000, maybe 1,100 or something like that. I love the look of it. I love the different, it's a different style of red dot compared to what you'll see most people running at your field. They have your regular like aim point style, or like a holographic sight. I like that this is different, even a different style compared to like an EOTech, which like I feel like everybody and their sister is running like a some kind of knockoff EOTech, but very rare do you see like a Leopold. Plus, I love that it's nicely highlighted, even though the real one would not. The real one it's black on black. You don't have this like white highlighting, but the fact that it's fake, I kind of like that it shows off Leopold. I think that's kind of a cool touch. The sight itself, very well made, very sturdy, full metal housing. It's got sort of like a chrome reflective lens. You can actually see myself in the video they're recording. So it is transparent though, or translucent. So it's got a chrome, but you can still sort of see through it. Like you can still see myself, or hey look, there's my webcam. So it's not like a fully chrome mirror per se. It does come with five brightnesses, of red and green. Whereas the real one would only have red, but I believe it has like 10 brightness settings. I'll see if I can show that off for you guys. Okay, so go to I'll turn this around. So if you guys can see, so red, oh man, this is more tricky than I thought it would be. So red, 5 brightnesses, and then it goes into green with 5 brightnesses, and yeah, just keep cycling through. To shut it off, there's a little button on the side, the same button you twist to switch the brightness settings. The button is in the middle. That's how you turn it on and off. You just hold it for about 2 seconds. You do have your windage and elevation on here, which you can see. Where's my handy little screwdriver, boys? Woo! Right here. So it does actually come with a little plastic screwdriver, which is kind of handy. It fits perfectly in there. I also came in actually a nice little super heavy duty case. I was actually kind of impressed with that. Very well packaged. Even comes with like a little cloth cleaner. Super basic instructions, which also there's actually my apologies, according to this there's actually 8 illumination per setting, between green and red. Oh wait, no, I think that's just the terrible English translation here. So there might actually only be 4. Also, this is just so badly written. Double check myself here. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, no, so there's 8 brightness settings for 8 brightness settings for red and 8 brightness settings for green. I do find it's a little dim. Like outdoors, I'm rocking it highest brightness, but even indoors, like with darker hallways and stuff, I still found the dimmer settings to be just way too dim. Like it would literally be like nighttime. Like you're pretty much using one of the top 2 settings of brightness all the time, even like in darker areas. I haven't played this at night, at which point maybe you're using like some of the dimmer settings, but honestly, I find like it does leave a little bit to be desired as far as the brightness settings go. I feel like it could be a little bit brighter. And I do have like a brand new, it runs on CR, what is it, the CR 123s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, CR 123As. So I do have a brand new battery in there, which just goes in this big fat container right there. One thing that is kind of unfortunate, so it does come with this super handy plastic screwdriver for adjusting the windage and elevation. And I mean, you could use it for the battery compartment, but it's got a big twist knob. You don't really need to use the screwdriver. But what's odd is the mounting screw is you cannot tighten this by hand to be as tight as it should be. And it looks like it's like, oh, you should be able to use a flathead screwdriver. But of course, this little plastic thing is not wide enough to go in there. Not to mention trying to tighten metal with plastic, like this will just break. So unfortunately, and the way it screws in, once it gets tighter, the middle bolt actually, because obviously the middle bolt is coming out, it will push your screwdriver out at the point you're going to start to strip this. So really the best way to tighten this is a 10 millimeter socket, just to go right over top of the whole thing. So that was kind of weird. I feel like they could have totally gone for a different type of mounting knob here. I mean, something similar to something like this. Like this is off of my my flashlight. So you have a nice big knob which you can tighten by hand. And if you wanted to get really ham sandwich, it's got a nice fat flathead that you could even use like a quarter or something in there. But that's the one thing about this. I don't know how the real steel one is, if it uses that same nut. Maybe that's why they did it, but that's the only real downside I could say about this sight as far as construction, is that little nut just doesn't make any sense. But I mean, as far as mounting it, super simple. Just slap it on your weaver, give it, hand tighten it on to about that point. But so as far as I can hand tighten it, it's still a little loose. So, and you basically can't, I doubt many people have a screwdriver that's that wide, but that's also like fat enough to not strip this. Like it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I mean, I'm using a just like a 10 mil socket, and just like all I need is like 1/8 of a turn, and that's it, and boom, it's on there solid. So I love the look. Like it's so different from what most people are running, and for that alone, like, I mean, maybe you guys want to look like everybody else. I kind of like to stand out a bit, although this MK18 style thing obviously does not show that, although my next gun is going to be an AK, just to stand out more. But yeah, no, it's a great sight, and for like $45, guys, like, I mean, it fucking rocks. Like it's, I mean, right out of the box, I didn't really have to adjust it at all. I played at an outdoor field recently where I was trying to do a little bit of a like farther shots, at which point I was definitely noticing I'd have to adjust it, but then I also have to adjust the hop up and everything. So really, I mean, it depends on where your sweet spot is. Like, where are you going to be planning to use this sight? Like maybe, I mean, you guys probably like me, maybe not. You'll probably have multiple sights. So you'll just pop this off, throw a holographic on for your close range, and then, oh, you're going outdoors, maybe you throw like a 4X something on here. Currently, this is the only one I'm using because I really like it. And again, like I said, I love the look of it. But all in all, it's a great bang for buck. So I think it was like $45, maybe $50 with shipping on Wish. I'll throw the link in the description down below. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. And all in all, though, it is a great little sight, and I love the fact that it's unique. And that's, to me, that's one of the biggest reasons I bought it, is because it's something that nobody else has. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else running one of these at an Airsoft events or game or anything. Again, everybody's running those EOTechs or aim points, like aim point replicas and that kind of thing. But if you're like me and you're looking for something different, check out the Leupold replicas, and let me know what you guys think. All right, have a good one. Minus out.